Honestly, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed with the amount of tulips I've ordered to plant. So I am out in the front garden today, and it's fall, October 8th today, and I've received my order of tulips from Costco. So I'm feeling a little overwhelmed with the amount of tulips I've ordered to plant this fall. But I have no tulips and no spring bulbs in this garden, so we're starting fresh, we're starting brand new, and I thought, what the heck, let's go all in. So I ordered a bunch of tulips from Costco. I also ended up picking up packages of tulips from Costco as well as the dollar store. We'll see how those do. We have squirrels in the area, and I'm a little concerned that the squirrels might end up digging up or eating or taking some of these bulbs. So I do have some netting that I'm going to put down as I plant some of these, but yeah, there's a lot of tulips here to plant. So today I need to clean up some of the summer growth that's happened in this garden. I'm going to trim down a lot of the lilies that are finished for the season and make some space for the spring bulbs. So each one of these boxes has over 100 tulips in them. And I've never planted tulips before, so feeling a little overwhelmed today with all of this. We'll see how far I get. Let me show you what I got. Okay, so like I said, I've received my order of bulbs from Costco, which I ordered online. These 3 boxes were shipped. I think I ordered them back in August, and then they don't ship until September. So I just received these last week, and each box has over 100 bulbs and just different collections. They come with great planting instructions, and if you need to fill a lot of space with a lot of stuff, Costco's the way to go. So I chose to order my tulip bulbs from Costco and ordered these 3 different boxes that they have, and they each come with a planting sheet, a planting guide, and it gives you a detail of what each bulb looks like once they're in bloom, and a list of what you have in the box. And then each plant has a letter which corresponds with your picture on the front and your bag that you get inside your box. So in this one, the resistant spring garden, I thought I'd try that. Just we do have deer in the area and some squirrels. These will hold up most of that type of predator. These bulbs, J, which are the Libanotia. So there's 40 bulbs in here. These are tinier ones. And that's this little spread of spring flowers down in that corner. So they all come labeled corresponding to the picture and the name and what you get and the amount of bulbs that are in your bag. On the bag it does say how to plant them. Depth, this is 8 centimeters, so 3 inches. So this one is a little higher than the tulips. And what else have we got in this one? Purple Sensation alliums. So there's 20 alliums, and this is B. So these are your nice big alliums. And I'll show you as we get going where I'm going to put this this spread of flowers around for the spring. I'm going to try and keep them in sort of clumps of 10 or 20 and work my way around the center rock that I have in the garden that I put the I did a planter in the summer, I guess late spring, summer. It's sort of an urn. It is an urn, stone urn that I went and picked out, and I'll link a video to that one in this as well. But I'm going to focus most of these bulbs around that section and then the walkway out here in the front. So this box has 140 bulbs in this deer resistant spring garden. So there's 140 in there. And then the next box I have exotic elegance tulips. And I just picked some colors that I liked. These are gorgeous bulbs. They're purples and whites. Some black tulips. Those will be amazing to make cut flower arrangements from in the summer, I guess in the spring. And this box has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 different packages of bulbs. Again, they're all labeled the same way in these little bags. It gives you the description of the tulip bulb, how many bulbs you have. It's letter C, double Shirley. So C double Shirley is this really kind of purple one down here in the corner. So 20 bulbs in each. What did I say? There's 6, so 120 bulbs in this one. And then the third collection I got had some more pinks in it. So again, purple, pinks, and whites, they all kind of go together. And this one has 5 different variety of these bulbs. And I'm going to plant them pretty close together so that you get the sort of spread of them that fill in really nicely. I am concerned about the squirrels, so I do have some netting that I picked up at the hardware store. Chicken wire also works. I'm going to try some of this. This is called bird netting, but it's just a fabric netting. So the tulip bulbs will go in. I'll put this down over the bulbs so that they can still grow through it. Mulch the garden really well after, and hopefully that will keep the squirrels away. So on top of all of the bulbs I ordered from Costco online, I also, while I was in Costco, picked up their packages that they have in the warehouse. So again, more pink and black, which will match really nice with the black, purple, and whites that I have. So we're going to add some of these. Alliums. I don't have any alliums in this garden, so I'm really looking forward to having some of these. I'm still debating whether or not to put some of them around the back in that space. I haven't had much luck with growing stuff in that space. The chipmunks, they're pretty invasive back there. We do have bird feeders and they like to come and bury their seeds. Lots of sunflowers that they planted for us this summer, but I might try and put some of them in the back. That way I can see them from the house in the spring when they come up. So that would be nice to have some of these back there. But I also picked up dollar store bulbs. This might be what I put in the back just in case the squirrels and the chipmunks decide to get into them. Now alliums I think are resistant. They are in the deer resistant package, so I think they might be more resistant to the squirrels. We'll have to plant them and see. But I picked up a few, just these little packages from the dollar store. There's only 3 allium bulbs in here, but kind of an inexpensive way to try some stuff in the back. I should have more than enough bulbs to fill the space that I'm trying to fill, but we'll see. So I got some alliums from the dollar store, as well as some more daffodils. I thought these were beautiful. So how many bulbs are in here? 5. So 5 daffodil, narcissus, and crocuses. Those will be the first ones that'll come up in our area in the spring. And I thought I'd just maybe put some of these around the back in the garden out there. But my main focus today will be this front garden. It's more of our formal space. It's the entrance to our house. And the first thing I need to do is clean up the summer growth. So that's going to be a lot of work. We'll see how much energy I have left after the cleanup.
Startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all.
So because I'm planting so many tulips in this one section over here around the middle rock, I've just gone ahead with the shovel and loosened up all the soil all the way around, and then I'll be able to just go along with the bulbs, lie them out as I go. And I have a little auger, I'll grab it and show you. It's just a manual auger that I'll be able to go through into this whole section that I've already dug and place the bulbs in. I'll cut a piece of that netting, put that down over top of the bulbs, and then cover them all back up at the same time with the dirt. If you're planting like single bulbs in a row, or have certain spots that that you want to just fill in with bulbs, which I might be able to do next year depending on what comes up and what doesn't, you can go through with an auger on the end of your drill and just drill those holes, place your bulb in the hole, and cover them back up. But because I'm doing big sections of bulbs this year, I'm going to clear out the soil, place all the bulbs, put them in, cover them with the netting to hopefully deter the squirrels, and then cover them all back up again, and I'll put some fresh mulch down for the rest of the season. So I just went through with the shovel, loosened up a bunch of the dirt. Now I'm going to clear some of it out of the way so I can lay out my bulbs, and I'll show you how that goes. So the front section here, I'm going to do the same as I did on the other two sides. I start by clearing out the section. Just I'm sitting on the rock here just to kind of get close enough to work in this area. So I'm going to clear out the trench, and then I use my little tool to kind of mark where I want each bulb to go, and that works out well, just gives you a visual as to the placement of the bulbs. And then I set them in, cut a piece of the netting and put that down over top, and then just cover them with soil, and we hope that they will grow in the spring. So on to the front section of this, I'll show you what I'm doing as I go. So the first part is just to remove the section of soil that I'm going to place the bulbs in, and I just start by digging it out. Okay, so now that I've got the section cleared out that I want to lie the bulbs down into, I've dug out all the way back to the netting on this side where I left off. And I start with the alliums in the back because they'll be really nice and tall with that big flower on the top. So you can see in the picture here, they're purples and whites. It doesn't say what color the bulbs are that are in there, so I'm just kind of picking 5 of them and planting them along the back, the closest to the rock, so they'll be in behind the tulips. So I'm going to place 5 alliums along the back, and I'll use my little tool to kind of mark where I want them to go. So I'll start off here where I left off on the side along the back. So now that I've got the holes marked for those, I'll take a bulb and put one in each of the holes. Okay, so I've got those placed, and I'm not going to cover them up so I can see where they are as I mark where I'm going to put the rest of the tulips. So I'll just go through and mark where they go. Okay, so I marked 25 holes, now 5 of each. So I've organized my box of tulips alphabetically, so A, B, C, D, and E. So each color or each letter is a different color, and I just picked 5 of each and spread them out. Okay, I have all my bulbs laid down. Now I'm going to cover them with the netting before I cover them with soil, hopefully to deter any of the squirrels that might come around. And I find the netting is a lot easier to cut when you leave it folded up. And that's it. I've got one more side to do on the rock with these ones before I move on to the next section.